Hi, so gonna look at pre-flop stuff first. Quickly here first, I just want to compare the GTO Lab here. So if it's a 3.25x, you see bottom of range is maybe a queen 4 off, king 2 off defends, jack 6, jack 5 mix, 10-6, 9-6. The queen 4 off is an okay proxy of 7-2 suited because they're the worst hands. That's still mix calling with some frequency. Like a jack 6 off calling would lose. Jack 5 off, but you can raise. And if you look here, what you'll see is was a 4.5x. Um, that shifts to the degree where, yeah, king 6 folds, queen 7, queen 6, jack 7, like all these hands. Even here, jack 8 now mixes. Doesn't mix folding, but even 9-8 off mixes folding. That gives you a sense of how big the open here is. But if you look, the shoving ranges are, you know, similar enough. You get some of these offsuit aces, you get some of the pairs, nothing really else goes. And even though the shoving range is a little different in composition, still ace 3, ace 2, ace 9, whatever, king 6 off. Is there an offsuit king here? No. The 4.5x, there's no offsuit king in the pairs. So it's about the same. And yeah, you can see also with the suited hands here, 9-4 suited folds, 8-4 suited folds. So it goes to show it really is quite a large raise. So if you look at the post-flop tree, and I'll also note that these, if you look at GTO Wizard or whatever, the shape will be similar post-flop, especially once we get to the river. So 25%, almost no raising, and that's with a tiny raise size, just ace jack and ace 10 suited mostly, and then a couple bluffs because obviously you need to. Um, yeah, and king 5 without a backdoor mixes, king 3 and king 2 you need a backdoor. King 6 weirdly, because king 5 got it. So king 5 can make a wheel with 2 3 4. The running 2 3 gives it a wheel, and then it also has. So king 5 turns a gut shot on a 2, a 3, a 6, a 7. So that's why it can call. But say king 6 can't, and even king 7 can't. And even king 9, which is a little shocking. I would have thought 2 overcards, 2 and 8 would be enough, but it's not. Call, turn the queen of diamonds, check. One thing you might not see in practice here is a good amount of a lot of these top pair hands that check have a flush draw, but still top set always checks. A lot of this top pair checks, which you might not see um, from humans nearly as often. And there's a reason for that, which is check shoving a top pair actually works out real nicely here. Just bam, check shove all in, and the hand. Ace 8 still traps, Ace 10 of diamonds traps, but it makes sense. And what you'll see here is I can these king high flush draws. If you go here, king jack mixes, 10 mixes, 9 mixes, 8 has a pair and it bets, and then 7 check, 6 check. So 5 is kind of the only one that actually gets in there and bets. 3 does little betting, 2 does little betting, and these ones when they get check shoved on, they king 2 mixes, king 3 mixes, king 5 called. I guess because they're up against like I don't know, like 7-5 or whatever, like a suited 4 with clubs maybe some frequency. Anyways, the specifics don't really matter that much, and you'll see here though, Jack 5 of diamonds folds. Jack 3 of clubs mixes fold. So like you have bet folding some of these bad flush draws, the 6-3s, the 9-5s bet fold. So you have bet folding flush draws. Um, it happens. And in the check check line, what you'll see is 6 of clubs, check, and you'll see one, my min value bet here is queen 10. Kings doesn't value bet, which is a little surprising to me. I would have thought kings with the club would have, because you're getting called by a queen, but my guess is he blocks a queen most of the time anyway, so you're not actually trying to get value to one pair of queens, really. Yeah, when he has a queen, he often blocks himself, like queen jack, queen 10, queen 9. And yeah, you see here king 5 pure bluffs, king 7 pure bluffs, king 9 mixes but bluffs, king 10 pure gives up, king jack pure gives up. Here, if you look at the offsuit combos, you'll see exactly some of the combos with the jack of clubs bluff, but nothing else. And if you go here, you'll see some of the combos with the club as well bluff, but nothing else. I guess king 8 is value betting here, which is I guess actually our thinnest value bet in the yeah, some 8s I guess. Oh no, some 8s I bet. My guess is an 8 is getting some sort of mood here. Yeah, it gets jacks, 10s, 9s to fold, but gets called by a worse 8 sometimes. Okay, that makes more sense than a pure value bet. Yeah, it gets called by king 4. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and as I noted here, if you look at your equity here, king 5 has 20%. King 7 weirdly has 16%. I don't want to dig too deep into that. King 9 is 20%. King 10, 22. King Jack, 24. So it is the small differences, and that's what lends itself to bluffing. And the other one here is if you like, everything worse ends up bluffing, right? King 5, 3, 2. All the Jack high hands are bluffing. Yeah. Jack 10, all the 10 high hands are bluffing, all the whatever. So that it really is like that clear a cutoff. There's nothing here. There's no secret 5 3s, 5 2s. Yeah, the 8s, no 7 highs. Yeah, so it goes to show kind of like how clean it is that it just take King 9 mixes, King 7 always bluffs, King 5 always bluffs, King 3 always bluffs, etc. Yeah, so thank you for watching, and thank you. I don't know if it's Isla or with $2 sides around it, or Silas, but thank you for the question, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video.